He should have touched him more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
So this brings up a 2nd and 2. Now back to throw. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Grady Jarrett able to swamp him from that defensive tackle spot for a loss of 5.
Three-man line, okay? Just play a three-man line.
He'll drop to throw. Flushed out right. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
It'll be a 45-yard punt, and couple that with a loss on the return. And the Falcons will get it 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. Very tough spot here for the offense to start.
Hey, let's go.
They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And space opened up a bit. He's able to take this up past the 10. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. Ryan now off the bootleg. He completes it to Julio Jones. And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. A phrase we said a lot last year, Ryan to Jones for a Falcon first down. Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. Ryan on the handoff. It's Freeman. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
On 2nd down, Freeman. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6. And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on 2nd down. On 3rd down, Ryan escaping the pressure right. He's got Sanu. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. A big 30-yard play on 3rd. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. Throwing now, Ryan on 1st down. The left side completion to Jones. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 10 more there and another 1st down.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
The former Indiana Hoosier here, Tevin Coleman, and able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Second down following the run. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. William Hayes able to swamp him from that defensive tackle spot for a loss of 5. So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons.
Get up! Hey, let's go! Hey, replace! Wait! Get up! Ready! Hey, wait!
Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, it's the Falcons. Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. It's a 7-yard run, but it does bring up 4th down.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
And we were scoreless up until this point in the second quarter. Now we finally have a little action.
Let's see where this action takes us. First quarter, no points at all. Now we've got our first score of the game. Well, does that signal that we're going to get more as we go along? Or we'll revert back to what we saw in the beginning of the game?
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Reminder that coming up later tonight in the national window, we'll see the Giants travel out to Denver to take on the Broncos. And then tomorrow night, it's the Colts and Titans, an AFC South battle from Nashville.
Both of them have designs on winning that division.
Drake will start the drive on the ground. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Now on first down, Drake again. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down. Off the corner. Where'd he come from? Well, I guess he came off the corner, but really nice play.
I like when you're able to pose a question and answer it at the same time. That's exactly where he came from, but it's not something that you normally see. Most of the time, we're thinking about those guys covering pass catchers. In this case, he was a big factor in the run game. No gain.
On second down, it's Drake. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
They'll set up a throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. It's taken to the 26. Nearly a huge return, as it is still a very good one. 24 yards. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Now a play fake here on first down. Rolling to his right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Falcons. A big play there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Falcons will extend their lead. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. Now here's Bryant to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field.
And this is their third drive. Maybe the focus right now not so much on points, but getting their first down.
And when you start off a game, you don't even think that's an issue, do you? But you go a drive, a second drive, no first down, that becomes an issue. Now you got to think about, okay, what kind of play calling do I have to do to get us in a spot to pick that first one up?
He was trying to hit Thomas that time. That'll bring up second down.
All right, need you to check my eyes here. This entire unit defensively, I think, has looked really strong in the first half, especially in the secondary. They've been cohesive, fast to the football. We just saw another example arriving there to help knock that one away.
And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. It'll be a pickup of 8 on the screen, and it sets up a third down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Four minutes to play here in quarter number 2. On third and short, Drake. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's fourth down. They'll try and throw for it here. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he gets it to the 34, good enough for the first. 6 yards on the pickup, and on fourth down, they're able to convert and move the sticks. They go play action here on first down. Going deep here for... Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. It's Desmond Trufant. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds.
Hey, let's go. Get up. 51. Gun.
Again, they'll run with Freeman. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. That's going to be a 6-yard gain. It leaves him with third down and just a yard to go.
Getting out a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to Atlanta right after this timeout. The short yardage man, it's Coleman. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And some big-time hitting going on there. He is knocked to the ground right at the line of scrimmage.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground.
Now they'll throw it with Ryan. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Meanwhile, checking in on what's going on in Baltimore. And it's the Bears who are off to the early lead. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out. It's Ryan. Looking deep for Julio. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
I know exactly why I tried to throw the ball to Julio Jones there. He's never considered covered. He's either too fast or too strong. You always try and get it to him.
Especially on those deep passes. The punter Bosher on now as he gets this one away. Now Landry able to slither by. And now running right through it. And that negates a pretty decent punt return.
And the goal is to gain a 1st down on a punt return, which is 10 yards. This was much more than that, but it is going to come back due to the illegal block in the back.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And his throw is incomplete. He was looking to get it to Jarvis Landry that time. And now it's 2nd down.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the 1st half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Well, partner, I guess that answers the question about whether they're going to sit on it or not.
It does. Now we'll see if they try that again.
Yeah, I think what we find on plays like that, when you take that shot, if you're unsuccessful, then you go way more conservative to finish the half, you know? I think that's the way they'll go.
They'll set up the screen to Drake. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. And now before this 4th and 2 play comes to fruition, they're going to think about it and call a timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the 1st half. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And he finds Julius Thomas. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the 1st. It'll be a gain of 6, and they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down. Back to throw here. Going for the deep ball. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. And never mind, Larry. These 2 teams apparently anxious to get back at it. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Here are the Falcons as their offense heads back onto the field. They built a good 1st half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the 2nd half. Nice 1st half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the 2nd half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
Third quarter starts with a run by Freeman. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before that he always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Only a gain of a yard there, but it indeed gets him a new set of downs. So the offense has it 1st and 10. Now Ryan going to give it to Freeman. And he's got room. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big run there by Freeman. 55 yards on the ground. And here we go on 1st and goal. Look at this, a tight end carry. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Cameron Wake makes plays like that look simple because I think he plays with excellent leverage. Really does a nice job of being lower than the offensive guys trying to block him, and gets underneath them and goes up and down the line of scrimmage to make those types of plays.
And kept him to a short run play there. On 2nd down, Ryan. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Levine Toilolo, his first touchdown on the year. And the Falcons will add on to their lead. He's got it, and it's 17-0. Now here's Bryant to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. Oh, he shifts past him. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
He's going to look deep down the field. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. It's a big play there for Miami. And even 40 yards. And now a first down following that long gain. He'll look to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. A good convergence there defensively. Only a yard, and it's second down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
They'll set up to throw. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Landry. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. That catch good for 5. It's third down. The Dolphins on third down, not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Looking to throw. And he finds Stills, complete. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
First down and 10 now for the offensive group. So the D-line's going to spread out. They'll drop to throw. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
So they complete the pass, and now they face a 2nd down. They're going to look to throw. And that one his first incompletion in his last 6 passes. And it's 3rd down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to him.
And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. Well contained there defensively. The screen gets only a yard, and it's 4th. So on 4th down, Jason Garrett sends in his field goal unit. From the left hash mark, this a 43-yard attempt. And Parkey's kick is good. And they're on the board at least here. It's now 17-3. So a good drive there to begin quarter number 3, but they're only able to shave 3 points off that lead.
And now you put the pressure on your defense, who didn't particularly play all that well in the first half. But they're going to need to step it up here and make some plays if these guys are going to have any chance.
Atlanta now coming out on the field. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? I mean, they score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
A big run there by Freeman. 43 yards on the ground. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Freeman again, a first down carry. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
And that's one of the few times they've been able to contain him. He's had a heck of a game, and maybe he's getting a little bit tired from how many times he's carried the ball. But I always think back to what all those old coaches say. The ball's not that heavy.
Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Falcons. They've got the football. They've got the lead as we get set to start the 4th. Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. He gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
From the gun on 3rd down, Ryan. Flush to his right. He may try and run for this. A good decision in the end to pull it and run. Gets him 9 yards and a first. That is an absolute backbreaker. That was a design passing play. Wasn't a draw. You think you got him stopped. Good coverage downfield. And he's able to pick up the first with his legs. Defensively, that kicks into your psyche and hurts a little bit, doesn't it?
It certainly does. And here's the thing. Anytime you give up a first down, it hurts you psychologically. But it hurts more when they get it this way because you've covered everything. He didn't have any place to throw the football. He takes off running and picks it up anyway. And now you have to stay on the field for an extra set of downs.
And really could have used that stop trailing here in the 4th. And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
Let's go!
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. On the move to his left. Throw left side complete. That's Jones. And he is knocked down from the side. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now first and goal. So now it's first and goal. Back to throw. They'll set up the screen for Freeman. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive.
Let's go!
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Eluding the pressure right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. William Hayes in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Couple of plays sent them the wrong way, and now they face a 3rd and 14.
Let's go!
They'll look to throw. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Cameron Wake. Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. And the 42-year-old veteran's kick is up and good. And that will extend their lead even further. And you figure with that, this game's pretty well out of reach.
It would take a heck of a comeback at this point. Being 3 scores down, I think that's too much to ask with time winding down here in the 4th.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Dolphins offense now ready to go back out onto the field. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. 17 yards for the Dolphins there as they've got themselves a first down. They'll look to throw now on first down. Going deep here for Landry. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at second down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. So the screen good for only 2. Now it's 3rd down. The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 8. He'll drop to throw. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete, but there is a flag. And on 4th down, this is a big call. So they decline the penalty. That seems a little odd.
I'm trying to work through it and work with them to figure out why.
Well, someone's got to be confused.
That's what I think. I'm pretty sure that the bench is saying take the penalty, and somehow in the heat of the moment, they thought they were saying decline the penalty, and that's going to work against them. They should have taken it.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
Well, a well-executed blitz, no doubt. Great job by the linebacker. Maybe the quarterback, if he could have seen that, could have audibled there.
Yeah, he needed to be in a different play because that one just meshed perfectly for the defense. All the gaps were filled except for the one the offense really wanted to run through, and that was filled by a big man wanting to make a tackle.
And he made a great tackle. Being chased out left. The left side completion to Jones. And they do get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. That goes for a gain of 31.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Looks like he'll throw here. Binds, and he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
They'll look to throw here, and that'll be incomplete.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and goal. They'll set up a throw. Flushed out right. He can run, and that's a touchdown late in this affair.
I've got to laugh here, and I really don't want to because the old school in me is not happy about this score this late, not necessary. But this is Madden, isn't it?
Yeah.
This is how it works.
Rub it in. Have a day.
I mean, what does it matter? These guys who are playing in this game, there are no feelings
Exactly.
there.
They don't have to face the guy. Well, they might if they're in the same room going head-to-head. But
that's
the
about
virtual guys on the screen don't have to face each other after this one.
In that case, run it up.
Fielded about a yard. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Dolphins' offense now heads back on the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Jarvis Landry, his first touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins are able to draw a bit closer. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Atlanta now coming out on the field. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now. They'll put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all, take the snap, kneel down, and shake hands. Yes, get out of there.
Now he's going to let it go deep left side. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end.